Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, my name is Nikki and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today's video is a very exciting video. I've been wanting to do it since I got this palette. So today's video is going to be my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette versus the infamous James Charles X Morphe palette. So I'm going to put these two to the test to see which one is better, which one blends better, which one looks better, which one is more vibrant and pigmented and all that jazz. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. Okay you guys, so normally for my videos I don't really use an eyelid primer, but for the sake of this video, because James Charles did say that his palette works better with an eye primer, I'm gonna actually put it on. And I'm going to do it to both eyes just to keep it even. By the way, I do have my color switch here. It's so freaking dirty, but I'm going to be using this to take the shadow off from one palette and then use the other palette so they don't get mixed up. So first I'm going to dip into the James Charles palette. I'm going to dip into that blue right here. So I'm going to be doing the James Charles Morphe palette on this side and then the Take Me Back to Brazil BH Cosmetics palette on this side. I'm going to start with the blue. So this is applying really nicely, but let's see how it blends into other colors because I have already used this palette and last time I used it I had a problem blending. I don't know if you can see, but it's like skippy right here. Which bothers me, but okay. Now I'm going to go into the blue in my BH Cosmetics palette in this one. I have two of these and I normally show my prettier one on camera, but I can't reach it right now because I have some stuff going on in this room. So here's my ugly palette. But I'm going to go into this blue. I don't think it's the same exact color from the James Charles palette, but it's fine. These colors in here in the BH Cosmetics one, you don't really have to tap in, like you can pretty much just blend it out right away, which is why I like this palette so much. Like it's just very easy to blend. And even in the center right here, I don't know if you can tell that this side is skipping and this side is not. And look how quick I put it on my lid. Alright, next I'm going to dip into green. So I'm going to dip into this darker green right here and blend the two together. I'm just going to press it into this side and start to mesh them together. That shade applied very well and it got rid of the skipping that the blue was doing. So I think this green is really, really good. Just gonna kind of blend it out over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip into this dark green right here. I'm gonna put that in right here. And then go ahead and blend the two together. Add a little bit more. So far they're looking pretty similar. The only difference was that the blue on this side was much easier to apply, but it still looks really good, both sides. So I do want to brighten up this a little bit in here, so I'm going to go into this lighter green right here. I'm just going to dip into there and kind of like tap that in just to brighten it a little bit, not like doing too much. kind of just bring it down to like my inner corner almost. So in this palette, I'm going to go in with this green here. And then the same thing, I'm just tapping this in. Right off the bat, this green is just a little bit more vibrant and brighter than, yeah, this green is just more vibrant than this one. And I barely tapped it in, and you could just see like more was happening. Now I want to deepen the outer corners, so I'm going to go in with a darker blue. So I'm going to go in with this dark blue here. So the first blue was the one below it, and then now I'm going to use this one to deepen my outer V. So I'm going in with a pretty small brush. I just want to put that out here. I'm kind of like in my crease because that's where I'm going to cut the crease. So I'm just using this small brush to kind of like set the color there, and then I'm going to go in with the other brush to blend it all out. So I'm going to go back in with the brush that I was using, and it has no pigment on it. I'm just going to kind of blend. Now I'm going to go in with my Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm going to go in with this dark blue here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I will say, like right off the bat, it is a little harder for this dark blue to show up. It is showing up, but it's just, I feel like with the James Charles one, right when I touched it, it was full pigment. This one, I think you just have to build it up. Yeah, this one definitely needs to be built up. Now I'm just blending that out. See, I still feel like this side was a darker blend, but this one is just not showing up as much. So now I'm gonna cut the crease. I'm just gonna do it off camera, so I'll cut the crease and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just cut my crease with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I'm gonna go right in with this purple, and then go to this light purple, and then go to this pink, and maybe this pink. I don't know, but I'm gonna do that kind of like fade out. So I'm gonna just tap the purple in. So I've already used this purple shade, and it wasn't the best, but I know it's like really hard to create purples, but it was like really hard for me to use. I'm packing it on, but the parts where I kind of like try to blend it out, it got weird. I hope you guys can see that. I'm just gonna go over it. Kind of just like dot it on, I guess. It like comes off. There we go. So I'm gonna go into this purple here. The difference with this one and that one is sorry, the difference between this shadow and the purple one is that this one I can kind of finesse and move out, and it doesn't start getting patchy or anything. So I feel that this purple definitely performed better than the purple in the James Charles palette. Now I'm going to go in with this color here. I haven't used this shade before, and this shade is actually really pretty. It doesn't look like it's blending though. Let me just try harder, hold on. Okay, no, that's fine. It's blending. So I feel like that shade worked pretty well. I like that shade. That one applied much easier than the purple, that's for sure. So now I'm gonna take this shade here because it's literally the same exact color. If you put them side by side. So that shade was super easy to apply. I think out of the two, this eye is looking better. And for the last shade, I'm going to be going in with this pink here. So that shade was a little hard to apply, but I mean, it went on and it looks good. So now I'm going to go into this shade here. That's also the same exact color. This shade is so much easier to apply because you don't have to pack them on. And I understand that a lot of shades in the James Charles palette are pressed pigments, but I just feel like if BH Cosmetics can do it without having any pressed pigments and without having to pack anything on and be just as vibrant, if not more vibrant, why couldn't they? I'm gonna finish the eye looks. I will be right back. Okay guys, so I ended up just doing my entire face makeup off camera because I didn't want this video to be super long. I did do my under eyes. I used the James Charles on this one and then the BH Cosmetics on this one. They performed exactly the same that they performed on top. As you can see, they look pretty much similar, but I just think that this eye looks a little bit better. I was taking pictures. This eye looks a lot more blended. In my opinion, if you don't have the James Charles palette and you already have the BH Cosmetics palette, you don't need the James Charles palette unless you want an all-in-one palette. Obviously, the difference in sizing is super drastic. Like this one is way bigger. This is like twice the size. This is half the size. This is twice the price. So yeah, this has a lot more options in color, as you can see, as opposed to the James Charles palette, because the James Charles palette has bigger pans and it has warm tones, neutrals, like everyday tones, and colorful tones. But if you're just looking at the colorful tones, it has less options. Also, I feel like the colors in the BH Cosmetics palette are just a little bit brighter, especially you can tell with the green that I put on my inner corners. Not my inner corners, but you know, up here. All in all, my eyes pretty much look the same. This does just look a little bit more blended because there are a few spots in my eyes that I feel like they're skipping, if that makes sense, or it's patchy. So I just think that if you already have this palette, you don't need the other one. And that was my big thing when the James Charles palette came out. I was like, do I need that palette? The colors look so pigmented, so amazing. I already have this one, but is the James Charles one better? But don't get it twisted. I'm still going to be using this palette. I feel like this is the perfect palette to travel with, just because you get so many options. Like, I just feel like the possibilities are endless. I would never travel with my BH Cosmetics palette because, I mean, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't think you need the James Charles palette if you already have this palette, or if you want to get a colorful palette, I would get this one just because it has more options. I mean, everybody has a warm tone palette at home already. Most of us do. So if you're looking for colors, I would definitely go with this. Just, I got the other one because I thought it was going to be like, oh my god, amazing, so much better. But it's not. But yeah, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video down below and also subscribe to my channel because it just makes me so happy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.